Hello. A lot of energies floating around out there. We have a lot of chapters closing, a lot of things finalizing up, especially in this month of September. But we have this big full moon, this super full moon coming up today, August 30th, 2023. And so the full moon is in Pisces. It is also in the gate 37, the gate of peace. And so all full moons ask us to get rid of things that no longer serve us. It's an opportunity to shed, to let go. This one is asking us to bring in the theme of exploring our relationships and our relationship agreements. The full moon invites us to explore what bargains, deals, and agreements we need to rewrite or renegotiate so that we can be at peace with ourselves and with each other. And so this full moon wants you to release any resentment, attachment to broken agreements, and to let go of any relationship dynamics that are no longer supporting you. And so if you are in any relationships that you're just trying to fight through or push through or whatever, you're probably going to be getting some light. Some light is going to be shined on some other areas, and you might have some different perspectives, different opportunities to maybe see if this relationship is serving you or not. You're also being invited to explore where things may be out of balance in your relationship, in particular to resources and energetic investments. This is a good time to get really honest about what you want and not projecting your expectations and unspoken hopes to your partner. The key to making the most of this transit is to have a clear, peaceful, and open conversations about what you want to co-create together and what agreements you need to get in line together. And so it really is about open communication and being able to be clear, not only clear with our relationship, but we also need to kind of figure out that clarity within ourselves. And so I feel like, with COVID, with everything that's been going on for 2 years, there's been a lot of division. There's been a lot of hard conversations that are either being had, or some places, some members, some relationships might be pushing them off to the side. And so now there might be opportunity to revisit some of those, to look at some of those, to shine some light, and to maybe have some different conversations, some more clarifying conversations, an opportunity to truly speak your truth and maybe even listen to somebody else's truth and perspective. So let's do a 3-card pull today. Let's see what we get, where we can be supported in our chart, where else we can look at our chart. This is the gate 37, the gate of peace. And so let's see. And we pulled gate 37, the gate of peace. And so really leaning into this is coming from the solar plexus going up into the heart. We can also hop over to the other side, the spleen, for realignment, gate 18, realignment. And so really checking in, right? This is all about our relationships, checking in with our inner peace. Sometimes this is realignment. Sometimes we think that this is what we wanted, or this is where we were at, this is the stage that we were at, this is what worked with us then, but now it's shifted, it's changed. We need to bring ourselves back into balance, back into alignment. And I think that something that we forget about is that it's a constant dance. It's always a dance of coming back and forth, coming back into this balance, back into alignment. We might be able to hold this balance for a little bit, but if we're out in the world, out in the everyday, it's meant to be shaken up. It's meant to be explored and lived. And so there's going to be something that might throw you off or keep you on your toes. And so knowing how to bring yourself back into realignment, and also checking back in and realizing sometimes when you can't find that balance point, then maybe it's time to try something new. Dariana, we have her upright. Let's So beautiful card. Really can see that like inner peace, right through the head, that beautiful sun reflecting down upon the water. That just seems like a tranquility, peace, out in nature. Like, I used to love watching sunrise, sunset. And so it's time to focus your mind on one goal to undergo the transformation that comes from concentration. The birthing process of an idea takes deep contentment to usher it into life. Though single-focused contentment, you will be able to deepen your understanding to your goal. It's from its core to bring it into fruition. This is time for you to say no to everything that's not related to your Dharma. Practice Dharana and focus on what it is you want to do in this earth. And so I would say more focusing on our peace and bringing that as our concentration, right? Really focusing on how we want to live. What is that state of being we want to live in, and to bring that into our state of focus. If it isn't peace, if it's, I don't know, abundance, joy, happiness, whatever that is. But if we bring more of that focus, more of that awareness into what we truly want, where we want to be, what we want our everyday to feel like, rather than really what are we doing in that everyday, then it brings in more open possibility. It brings in some kind of room for play, and it also kind of lets go of this pressure that we have to be something. We need to transform ourselves into something in order to be satisfied. And is it really about being something, or more about that state that you get when you become that person, right? Is that why we chose to become that person? Because of the value we put it at that, or what we think we'll be able to do when we are that person. And so let's bring in a little element of play in this heavy moon, especially talking about the relationships, and too, even really leaning into those feelings like of our relationships, and how do we want to feel in those relationships? Do we want that safety, that joy, that fun, that happiness? How do we want those agreements to look? Do we want them to be, you know, serious and bound? Can they be a little bit flexible? Can they be shifting and changing? Like, how does that work? How do those conversations look? So, fairy magic. The chakra fairy. Perfect card for realignment, a gate of peace, bringing back all of our relationships, right? And so always checking into our chakras. Our chakras are those energy centers going up the spine. And so 53, the chakra fairy. Alignment. Chakras are whirling spheres of energy that hold our astral and ether bodies within our physical body. They channel the energy we receive from the universe, and they pull it into form that is usable within the human body. These spheres regulate and balance all the energies that vibrate through us. All is well as long as these fields of energies are in alignment. However, if they become bogged down or spin in the wrong vibration, issues can arise. Problems can include ill health, low energy, depression, mental or emotional conditions. It's a good idea to do a chakra energy exercise daily. It doesn't need to take long to do. If you are pinched for time, you can also ask your fairy elemental helpers to help you. They will be glad to do so. An easy method is going through a visualization, breathing in, going up the spine, and visualizing the colors, beginning at the root, that red, and breathing into that root chakra down at the base of the spine, our foundation, our stability, pulling it up into the sacral orange, right? Creativity, our passion, and breathing it up into the solar plexus yellow, where that fire energy, our emotions are stored. Pulling it up to green, our heart center, gratitude, our joy, our love, our vibration for attraction. And pulling it up into our throat chakra, light blue, speaking our truth, being able to do so out of love. Pulling it up into our third eye, indigo, being able to listen to our intuition, hear our intuition, trust it. And pulling it up into our crown chakra, our purple chakra, connecting us into the collective, into the divine, pulling us up into Father Sky. And also being able to channel and listen and get our words of wisdom. And so visualizing that beautiful rainbow, those beautiful colors spiraling up through the body. Take a deep breath in and let it out. Let's remember to ground when we have these energies, to take some time, to take some deep breaths, to take some time to do that visualization. Just remember that we are rainbows. We are prisms and light. We are light and color of light and all of the beautiful stardust essence that we are. And sometimes we just need to take some time to just breathe and to remember that and to bring ourselves back into alignment. Put your feet into the ground, wiggle your toes into the sand, wherever you can be. I'm sending you all so much love.